I first came to China, I think, about 31 years ago. I was very lucky to have the excuse to go to places like Tianjin, Beijing, Chongqing, Chengdu. Even I went as far south as Sanya. And there was only one hotel in Sanya then. I've seen about 30 of the 40 years of opening up. And I sensed when I first traveled, this is a fascinating place. There's something happening here. I still find China a fascinating place. So 30 years on, I'm still exploring and still have a passion to learn more. I'm much influenced by the writing of a British scholar called Joseph Needham. The basic message that comes from Dr. Needham's writing is that China's always been a technological civilization. I think there's a lot of evidence to support it's a way of explaining what has happened since 1976, because I find it hard to come to any other rational explanation how China was able to industrialize at a speed and scale unprecedented in human history. It has to be because within the Chinese people, a core part of their DNA is that they are a highly literate technological society. China has a history over the last 1800 years of continuous innovation, invention, with many things that utterly changed the world. The other is that China has, over its 2,000 years, evolved a system or a pattern where it's very different from any other civilization. China is the longest continuous civilization in the world. There's a pattern of administration there that when things are stable, there's good leadership, good government, you get things done. Asia, I think, is capable of speaking with a coherent voice that can be a first step towards a community of common destiny. And it's 60% of the world's population. That should give us great hope. So, with three big issues there: global economy management, nuclear weapons, climate change. The only way we will get a solution to these issues is by acting together as humankind. What we have emerging from Asia and emerging from China is a way forward that can provide a solution for humankind to move on to a stage where it can be confident of permanent peace and permanent stability. And that's why what is happening in this change of international relations that's coming out of China, led by President Xi, it is of absolutely huge, immensely important importance to the world. I think you've got to take a big, very big view that China and Asia need to look at the success of how the economic reform and opening up was delivered and use that kind of fresh, innovative thinking to create a communication reform and opening up so that the messages get out into the world in a way that's acceptable to people in other countries, especially in Europe and especially in the USA. I strongly believe it is perfectly possible to do this. There's a solution there, but it requires really fresh, innovative thinking. Chinese people have proved in the last 40 years they can do this kind of thing. So that's why I think it's very believable that China can deliver the Belt and Road in a way that people welcome and say, yes, this is a brilliant idea, we want to engage with it.